Hi crafters, it's Karen and welcome to my third scrapping off the rack process video. I'm using the paper stack called Tea Time from Craftsmith this time. It's so pretty. You can find it at Michael's. But first I'm going to have a visit from my sweet little kitten, Shadow. She's not a kitten, she's 14 years old, but she's so sweet. And she acts like a kitten still. And here she just makes herself at home on my layout. So there you go. So yes, I'm using this paper stack. I've gotten a lot of feedback from some of you saying that you all have this paper stack, but very few of you have used it for scrapbooking yet. So I thought I would do a layout using this particular paper collection or paper stack and see how it goes. I'm scrapbooking this really sweet set of pictures of my granddaughter Alyssa, and these pictures were taken last year. Her mother had taken her for a photo shoot, and part of the photo shoot was to have her playing with these makeup brushes, and she's wearing a really soft pink dress. I have a ton of really sweet pictures of her during this photo shoot. So I thought for these particular pictures, this tea time stack would work real nice because the pink tones in it are perfect for these photos. So anyway, I'm layering my set of photos. I cut two of them down a little more than the third photo. And now I'm going to cut this sheet down. This sheet has a bunch of bird cages on it. It's a really beautiful sheet of paper. And it brings in all of the teal tones and pink and yellow tones from the collection. It's just really, really pretty. So I knew I wanted to use it as my background paper. But and I knew I was going to layer it on some white cardstock just to break up that pattern a little bit. So I'm working on my layers. I wanted to bring in some of the yellow from the collection, but I felt like those stripes were too much, and I know I wanted to use some of this really gorgeous paper with the roses on that, almost like a teal green with the gold foil on it, but a little bit of that sheet goes a long way because it is so bold compared to the pastel colors that I'm going for. So I'm going to use this yellow sheet. On the bottom of this sheet is, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like some a white, almost lacy design to it. So I'm going to use that in my layers. And then I'm going to use this Martha Stewart border punch. It's like a doily edge, you know, and I'm just going to do a couple of my edges of the paper with it. I thought it would bring in a more of a feminine, girly feel to the layout. So I had trouble getting going with this particular layout as far as knowing which papers I wanted to use for my layering. And I mean, there were so many beautiful pieces of paper in this particular paper stack. I mean, it's just a gorgeous paper stack. So I had trouble in the beginning narrowing it down as to what sheets I wanted to use. And here I want to use, like I said, a piece of this particular paper because of the gold foiling and that soft pink of the roses. But like I said, a little piece of that paper goes a long way because it's just such a bold color compared to the rest of the layout, which is more of a pastel look. And here I decided to take out this gold trim, and this is from the Target Dollar Spot, and it's kind of like a faux leather, and it's just that shiny gold, really, really pretty, easy to work with trim. And I bought this several months back, so I don't think they have it in the Target Dollar Spot anymore, but I wanted to incorporate it in the layout. That way, using a bit of the gold from this trim, if I have gold from this trim, it'll make it easier to incorporate the gold on that bold sheet of paper with the gold foil dots on it. So I'm putting a lacy edge or a doily edge on the bottom of this, of my paper, and I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to layer it. See what I mean? I just had trouble trying to decide how I wanted to do this layering, how I wanted to make it work. I wanted to bring in that pattern without really bringing it in too much. So I just decided I'm just going to mat the 3 pictures with it, and then that would be enough to give it a hint of that green foil, or that greenish teal color with the gold foil dots. So there you go. And then because Alyssa's hair is so dark, her hair is black, beautiful, and then the dark of the makeup brushes, I wanted there to be some black in this layout as well. So I decided to trim down the white cardstock and layer it on top of the black cardstock. And I think that helps bring the whole layout in, you know, confine it a little better and just tie in the photos because of the black. See how nice that looks? Almost gives it more of a formal look to it. And now I'm going to add that faux leather. And these are, see those pink frames, those are from the $1.50 spot at Michael's, and so are those other embellishments. And I'm using this fun foam to back my photos so that it sits off of the page a little bit to give the photos some dimension. I'm using my hot glue to attach those layers down. And now I can add my strip of a trim, and I'm just using my Scotch Quick Dry to add that trim, and it works without a problem. It's almost like a faux leather what do you call it, trim. Really pretty. And now what am I going to use next? Oh, now I'm thinking I was going to put some more gold foil on the top as well, but I thought that would be too much gold because that trim really has a strong shimmer to it. So I decided to go with some of this lace, and this is just lace from like Hobby Lobby, and to give it a softer touch. And then I feel like maybe I'll use this strip of it's just a strip of bling, but I wanted it to be gold. So I take my gold foil pen from Deco, oh, I showed it there, Deco Foil or something, I'm sorry. But I color in the bling, and it just gives it a nice gold look to it, and it does shimmer. It came out beautifully. So I'm thinking I'm going to layer first the lace and then that strip of bling that I just painted with my gold foil. So I'm going to adhere the lace down with my Scotch Quick Dry that's in the fine line bottle, and I'm going to tuck it just a little bit underneath the photo mat so it looks like it's, you know, layered on top, and that will bring just a little more of a softness to the layout, a little bit more feminine touch, I guess. And then I'm going to try to lay this string of bling down, and it is going to give me such a hard time. I believe I cuss a little bit here too, but you can't hear that. But yeah, it was so hard for me to get it straight. And then I thought maybe I'll layer it below, like right there, and that would have looked really good. As a matter of fact, I probably should have done that, but I just decided to set it aside for now and you know, work on something else. So I take out my gel medium there in that tube, and that is gel medium that you can find at Michael's. I think it's from Studio, I'm sorry, I can't I don't think I have it in front of me. Just a moment. Studio Acrylics, Pebeo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, it's like $4.99 for that tube of gel medium, and I'm going to use it as an adhesive to adhere the those resin frames from the $1.50 spot at Michael's. Those are pretty heavy. I'm using my Artsy gold acrylic paint to give a quick little gold distressing to that frame, and it comes out really nice. And then I'm going to use the gel medium to adhere the frame to the layout. And it just does a beautiful job as an adhesive with these heavier non-porous items like this resin piece. So I'm going to outline that little sticker, chipboard sticker that I put down that says Lovely Day, and I went over the border of it with my gold foil pen, and now I just put my frame down so it looks like it's framed out. Now I'm using these dimensional stickers from Recollections, and there's a lot of sweet little birds and little flowers and birds' nests in these. They're part acetate, part cardstock, what do you call it, stickers here. So I'm thinking I'm going to frame some of them out. So I'm taking the rounded frame, I'm going to adhere it with the gel medium. Just like so. And now I want to use that little pink dimensional bird from the sticker pack, but first I'm going to put some of these glass beads, and these glass beads are also from the $1.50 spot at Michael's. I think right now they're on clearance for 50 cents, but see, we all bought those jars of small glass beads. So I'm putting some gel medium on my little palette knife and then scooping some out of the jar, and I'm just kind of like placing them in there. And you can see from the photos at the end of the video that the gel medium dries clear, and all you can see is these glass beads sitting inside the frame with the little bird in front of them, and it just comes out really super cute. I'm also highlighting this frame with the gold acrylic paint from Artsy. You could use any kind of paint to dim out that pink color a little bit. I wanted to bring in more gold, so I'm adding more dimensional stickers to that little frame there. And now I'm going to go with my title, and I'm using these foam, they're almost like thickers, but they're not thickers. They're from the Paper Studio, that's Hobby Lobby, and I'm spelling out Alyssa. And then I'm going to use gold foil stickers also from Stampabilities or Stickabilities from the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby, and these are probably meant for your planner. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm using the sticker that says beautiful, so it says beautiful Alyssa. Then I'm taking a sticker that says sweet, and I'm going to put that in the frame. So also, if you look at the pictures of the layout at the end of the video or in the beginning of the video, you could see that I also put a string of pearls across the top of the layout on the top, and then a smaller string on the bottom of the layout. I felt like it was missing something, so that's how I filled those space, if you check that out at the end. Now I'm using these flowers from Recollections, those pink flowers, and I'm also using these stickers that says happy moment, and I'm just adhering those onto the flowers. And and then this chipboard sticker also from Recollections, it says hello gorgeous, really cute. And this little chipboard sticker from that pack says pretty, and those are both glittered chipboard pieces from Recollections. Now I know at the top of the layout there's like this big space, well you know, at the top above the photos, but I decided not to let that bother me because I was beginning to feel like less was more with this particular layout. I love that the paper that I'm using and with the sprinkles, so I thought less is more to keep it light with this particular layout. I'm using these Recollections sprays in gold and pink, and that's it. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'm sure I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.